Thank you all for joining us today. My name is Kristen Callan, and I am the COO for Interworks.cloud here in the U.S. Today, we're going to be doing a webinar about how Microsoft CSPs can use our platform to scale quickly to grow their cloud business. I am going to be recording this session, so if you want to be able to send that on to somebody after this, that recording will be made available. While I'm getting started here, why don't I go ahead and do a quick poll for you. So this is going to come up on your GoToMeeting. Just go ahead and select your selection there. Question is, are you currently a Microsoft CSP? So if you are a CSP, go ahead and select, are you a Tier 1, a Tier 2, other tier status, not yet, would like to be, or something other altogether. I'll leave that open for just another minute there to give everybody time to lock in their votes. All right, excellent. Okay, looks like a pretty good split amongst everybody who's in attendance today. I'm going to go ahead and close that poll. Thank you all for participating there. And let me go ahead and begin. So first, let me start by just giving you a little background about Interworks. So Interworks.cloud is a platform solution for both IT service companies, so that's everybody including managed service providers, VARs, CSPs, system integrators, distributors, as well as software vendors, so ISVs. So anybody who's making any variety of cloud or non-cloud software can also use our solution. And what that looks like, wrong way, when you put that all together into kind of our ecosystem is the platform is really the center hub. And then we have sort of on one side all of the different ISVs that plug into the platform for auto provisioning, and that includes all the Microsoft cloud services, including Microsoft Azure. The ability to do things like infrastructure provisioning of virtual data centers and VMs, and that's done via a local data center compute there. And then we've also got other software vendors that plug into the platform as well for things like file sync and share, virus detection, those types of things. They all can be plugged into the platform. And then they're available for ordering in the storefront. On the other side, we have all of our MSP partners, and so we have CSPs who have resellers or who don't have resellers, and then we also have just other channel partners as well. So kind of creates the whole ecosystem there, and it is a global ecosystem. So we aren't just here in the U.S. We actually got our base, our home offices in Greece, and we have a large presence globally because we're very strong in Europe as well. So let me go ahead and go forward. Interworks has actually been recognized by Gartner as one of the cool vendor awards. 451 Research said, Interworks, your cloud, your way. And Red Herring has also recognized us as well. So with that, let me actually kind of go into what we actually offer in a little more detail on the platform itself. So the Interworks.cloud value proposition is really kind of narrowed in on a few things. The first one is that one-stop shop for cloud services from leading vendors at the lowest prices. So as a CSP or an MSP, we provide that one-stop shop so that you can actually pre-populate your catalog with all these cloud solutions. And because we have this global network of resellers, MSPs, we're able to negotiate the lowest possible pricing from our vendors, and then we can pass those savings along to you so that you actually have room to take those whole sale prices, mark them up, and create that recurring revenue stream for you and your business. And then, of course, we also provide a ready-to-go cloud solution. It is a whole cloud-based platform, so there's no need to install anything on-premise or maintain that. It can be deployed truly in minutes and have you off and running in just a matter of days. We also include all of our support, so we back up our solution and give you that success playbook to get you off and running and help you be successful to scale up quickly. So again, we include that. There's no additional cost to receive support. And then, of course, you also have the ability to take any of the cloud solutions we have or create your own offering. So it can even be brick and mortar products and populate that storefront, bundle your solutions with other vendors' cloud services to really create that unique value proposition and capture the market. So the Interworks.cloud marketplace is extremely flexible as far as branding, so you can really make it look and feel like it's going to match your company's website and brand. And then in that marketplace, it comes pre-populated with things like the ability to have cloud infrastructure, security, collaboration tools like Skype or Office 365, business applications, cloud management solutions. All of those are available in that cloud marketplace. And really it provides that business as a service platform. So you're able to actually have a full 360-degree view of your entire business and of each customer. So you can go into a customer, quickly see if they have any account balance, what the value of their subscriptions are, when the next bill date is. You can see all of their support tickets, any correspondence with them, any scheduled activities, all in one view. And then you also can see that, of course, for your whole business as well with the extremely powerful billing business intelligence. So things like being able to see what subscriptions are trending, who your best performing sales reps are, all of those are really right there and available at your fingertips. With that brandable marketplace, you do have the ability to sell your services 24/7. So again, you can sell your cloud services along with cloud brick and mortar offerings, even things like support plans can be set up as products in your marketplace. And for those cloud services that are automated provisioning, they can actually get set up 24/7 without even having to pick up the phone or contact you. Your customers can add seats or services on the fly. It does save, of course, you guys' time as well on some of that self-service by having the self-service portal, because clients can actually go in, do things like update their billing, manage their invoices, view their subscriptions, add or remove users or add-ons on the fly without having to go through you to do that. And do even things like if you want to give them access to their cloud server to do a restart, they can do a restart. They can jump out and assign those users in Microsoft Cloud Portal. Have a lot of that self-service access so that they can take care of those things instead of having to call you on a Friday night, have you do that after-hours support. One of my favorite things about the platform is the billing engine. It's extremely powerful and very flexible, and it gives you the ability to do any type of billing. So whether it's a one-time bill, maybe it's a setup, subscription billing with a one-time setup fee. Maybe it's a bundled solution where one part of the bundle has to be charged up front, all in advance, and the other part is prorated. And it can also do trials, manage taxes, promotions, all of that. So because it was built, originally the platform started as a telco billing engine, it is really where we get our roots, and it's very flexible in that way. And again, the best part is too that everything's integrated together, so you have everything on one platform. So your CRM, billing, ticketing, reporting, and marketplace. So everything talks to each other, and there's no duplication there. And really, this is a very flexible platform so that it becomes your solution. It goes around your rules, as they say. So you can populate the product marketplace with the products that you want. So we have the pre-built catalog that you can choose which solutions you want to offer. And then you can set your pricing and automate your business operations. So you can integrate with your existing ERP and receive invoices broken down per customer. So it's very easy. And then you're also able to, of course, get off and running very quickly with that Interworks Cloud Playbook. Basically, we, again, help you to create that custom branded marketplace with a super easy branding editor. You can just choose your logo, pick your colors, and be off and running very quickly. You're going to be able to automate the delivery of those cloud services, reduce your tier 1 support calls, automate the business processes, so managing of the billing and all of that, take the human legwork out of that, even to the point of the notification engine, which is extremely powerful, and will send out notifications when somebody's payments declined or they have an invoice overdue. And at a certain point, you can set when it would suspend those subscriptions as well. So instead of having it to be a manual process where you're having to email people that, hey, your payment's declining and all of that, it's fully automated, takes all the manpower out of the billing and management of that, and makes it very easy. And then, of course, it gives you an easy way to get the word out, market your solutions, offer trials, promotions, even can do special landing pages to promote certain products as well. So you're also able to, in that marketplace, really customize it around your own services too. So if you want to do support plans or brick and mortar products, you can do those products in there. Again, you can resell the cloud solutions available in our catalog, or just even some people just want to focus as a CSP on those Microsoft Cloud services. You have the option to do that or to choose which of those services you want to offer. And then you can bundle your solutions with any product. So if you do want to offer, for example, Office 365 bundled with a support plan, you can do that as well and create that as one bundled solution. So why are we the best choice for Microsoft CSPs to be able to scale up quickly? Well, the biggest thing is, of course, time to market. The faster that you can ramp up, that's going to mean the greater the revenue generated. So other platforms we've seen can take 4 to 6 months or longer and cost more than $50,000 to get started, and that's having to do all of that setup, and it's very intensive and it's very drawn out, and it means slower time to market. You're kind of losing out that whole time of being able to capture revenue, have been able to be started scaling up. With the Interworks solution, we can actually have you truly off and running in a matter of days. We can have your platform set up and ready to start configuring in just a matter of a minute, and then it's really a matter of setting up your billing rules, how you want to do that, setting up your marketplace to do the branding, and then choosing which products you want to populate with, and sort of all of the different things there. And then we give you that training so you're able to use the product and go from there. All right, sorry, I just had somebody raising their hand that they weren't hearing me okay, so I was making sure that it wasn't on our end. It looks like it is coming through okay there. So really the big differentiators for that Interworks.cloud platform is that there's no upfront investment, so there's no setup fees. It's all month to month, and we do give you those APIs, which are completely open, the REST APIs, so you can integrate with other ticket systems, other ERPs or billing solutions if you want to do that as well, so you can have everything talking to each other. It is zero time to the market because it's all cloud-based. Again, there's nothing to install on-premise or have to worry about maintaining, and we can truly have you up and running very quickly. It is an enterprise-grade solution. As I said, we were started in the telco world as a billing engine there and have evolved to are now our platform as it is today. We are still utilized by large telcos and managed service providers across the globe, and because it's fully cloud-based, again, it does make it very easy to get started and makes it so there's no headache in trying to maintain that solution on-premise. And again, we do include all of that training and support, so there's no additional cost for that to get started. So with that, let me actually jump out and show you the platform here. First, let me quickly go through. I was going to show you some of the brandable storefronts. So this is just my demo storefront here today. But as you can see, we have a variety of different takes on that branding. So people have made it look exactly like their own brand and website, and can give it a very different look and feel, just with a little bit of color changing and style sheets. Again, it's very quick and easy. So in the marketplace here, I have my Microsoft Cloud services is what I'm featuring here. And we've really aimed to make the marketplace that single sign-on for your customers or your light resellers. Today I am in the system as a light reseller, but I'll be able to walk you through and kind of show you where there's differences in that. So I'm going to go ahead and go to Office 365 here and actually view those plans. The idea is to really make it like, if you were going to go buy a book online, how easy it is to do that checkout process. That's the experience that we want to offer for clients in our system as well. So they can see the different editions. They can have overview features and functionality. They can see the add-ons available. And then you can simply add something to the basket. So I can add whatever I want in the basket, however many seats I want to add. If I want to add an add-on, I can do that. It's going to automatically calculate that pricing for me. And then I can go ahead and say proceed to checkout. Now, because I'm a reseller, I am going to get this extra step that a direct customer would not get. So as a reseller, it's saying, hey, is this for you, Mr. Reseller, or is it for reselling? So if I select for reselling, it does give me at this additional dialog which says, is this for an existing customer where I can see all of my customers I've set up on the system, or is this for a new customer that I can set up on the fly? I'm going to go ahead and say this is for an existing customer today. If I go ahead and click Next, it's actually going to go out at this point and go and provision those services. So it's going to add those seats over in Microsoft, so that subscription will be available to immediately assign those users. It's also created the subscription in the back-end billing system, and it's generated the invoice. If this was a credit card account, it would have charged that card on file. And then the powerful notification system has also sent out a copy of the invoice, as well as any login information required, like for Microsoft credentials that would be generated the first time. That would be sent out through the system as well. At this point, I can go ahead and say Manage Service. And it's going to go ahead and take me, again, because I'm a reseller, I have multiple customers. If this was just CloudINX that I was logged in as, I would only see this. So I can see my Microsoft Azure subscription as well as my Office 365. And I can go ahead and say Set Up. And at that point, it's actually going to hop me out to Microsoft system. And I can actually immediately go and do things like assign those users and seats. And the same thing would happen as well if I was to go to the Azure here. If my Azure subscription, it's going to hop me out to that Azure portal where I can actually go and I can immediately see my subscriptions and services that I have for that subscription there. So in the system, because it is that single sign-on for your customers, or if you have light resellers like I'm signed in as, you can go ahead and also do the billing tab here. And this gives you that kind of overview of the account. So we can see any outstanding invoices. I can view all of my different invoices in the system here. So if I go to view all invoices, I can see all of my different invoices and solutions there. And then if I go ahead and hop back out here, I'm going to go ahead and say view all subscriptions. And here I can view all of my different subscriptions that I have on my account, including ones that are canceled. And I can view them per customer, or I can view them just as, again, for one person. So again, this is just because I'm a reseller that I get that additional view option. So here I can actually go into any particular subscription, and I can see all of the details for that subscription, and I can do things like buy add-ons, so I can choose to buy those on the fly. I can also do things like cancel add-ons or reduce the subscription. So I can actually say I want to cancel the whole subscription, or I want to cancel maybe 5 users of the subscription, employees left. And I can go ahead and submit that cancellation request. And that will actually be sent to the CSP or whoever the owner of the storefront is, and they'll then be able to take action on that cancellation request to either process the cancellation request, or you can certainly call your customer and say, hey, what's going on here? I had questions about this. Makes it very easy on the back end to process those pending requests. The other thing that you can see in the platform is that I want to show you real quick before we jump over to the support side of things is I do want to show you that Azure provisioning. So Azure is a whole different beast for CSPs, right? Because instead of being able to say, hey, I know it's going to be $3 for a mailbox per user per month, Azure is based on utilization. So it begs the question of how do you figure out, how does the customer know what they're going to have to pay, and then how do you bill for that without giving your customers a blank check? So for that, what we've done first on the estimating of the cost is we've actually baked in the Microsoft Azure price calculator. This is my demo account, and we're just finalizing the final things here, so I've only got a couple of the pieces, but in the next week or two, we'll have the full Azure calculator baked into the solution, where you can actually see when I go to any of these, I can go out and select the different things. It's going to actually give me what that price would be. I can do things like look at a database. Hey, let's add 2 of those. And then because I have a discount as a reseller that I'm signed into the system, it shows, hey, this is what the retailer cost is, and then here's your discounted pricing, and that's what you would pay. So at this point, if I can go ahead and check out, put that in my basket, and it's going to go ahead and create that subscription. I've actually already got one created, as I showed you earlier, so I'll go ahead and jump into that. I do apologize. I just realized my scheduling of the webinar was a little untimely in that my Azure subscription just reset the billing due to the billing date, so I don't actually have anything active in here, but I will show you an invoice in just a minute. But to give you an idea here, how it works is that basically whatever's been utilized is going to display here. It doesn't have to be SKUs that you maintain in the system. Instead, it basically via API will grab everything that's been utilized in Azure, which I'll show you on that invoice, and shows what was utilized. It'll show you what's been utilized to date, and then it's going to give you an estimated amount of utilization based on your next invoice date. And then it goes out and updates every so often. And this is 18 hours ago was the last update, but normally you can set it to be like 4 hours, 12 hours, whatever you prefer. And then if I go out to the billing invoices here, let me see if I can find the invoice that I was looking for earlier here. It might be on the next page. It was this one. So this is my Azure subscription. So what you can see here is on my Azure invoice, I'll have the Microsoft Azure, and then it actually shows me the utilization broken down in detail. And instead of having to worry about maintaining SKUs for all of those different Azure items, I can actually just grabs the detail, it brings it into the invoice, and gives all of that for the customer. So they have that, again, in real time. If things were being utilized, you'll be able to see that. And then I can also see it on each invoice as well. And then sort of coming back to that blank check question, what we've put into the system in the billing overview page I'll show you here is we have a credit limit. So this available credit is set in per customer, and you can even make the credit limit 0 so that customer actually has to prepay ahead of time to be able to consume any resources. But I've actually got a credit limit of 400 euros, and what that credit credit limit is looking at is it's looking at any outstanding invoices as well as any consumed amount from Azure. So if you've run up, $100 in Azure and then your outstanding invoices, it would subtract all of that out of your available credit. And what happens if I go to purchase something now at this point, and I go over my credit limit? Let me just go ahead and just put something in the cart here. Go ahead and say add to the basket, and we're going to do some super high number, like let's do 100 seats here. If I go ahead and say proceed to checkout, it's going to again ask me who this is for, and you can see that it already tells me your services will not be activated. You've exceeded your credit limit. So at this point, they can still proceed with the order. It's not going to activate anything. It won't even create the subscriptions, but what it will do is it will send an alert to MSP or CSP and say, hey, this person tried to order this. There's an order pending. And at that point, you can either A, up their credit limit, B, call them and ask them to make a payment, or C, you can do a one-time exception, or D, just totally ignore it and make them have to basically, if they want to execute it, put in that payment so that they stay within their credit limit that you've agreed on with them. And the last piece in the storefront here before I go ahead and show you a little bit of the back end is going to be the support integration as well. So we do have that support setting in here. And we can go ahead and see any open tickets, what's been submitted, anything new, anything closed, so I can actually go into all the details. And it keeps that under my account, and I can even submit new tickets as well. So I can show, hey, new test, and put some text in there. And whatever I have subscriptions for, that's what's going to be available for the service that I can assign that to. I can even add screenshots if I want and submit that ticket there. And that's going to then trigger a notification via email out to the customer as well as to the support team members that there's a ticket waiting, something needs to be addressed. It's also going to link it back to this account in the back end of the system. So with that, I think I will go online and actually show you the back side of the solution, which is really where the CSPs or MSPs like yourselves would be working from every day. So this is sort of your single sign-on solution for that. So with that, let me jump into the reseller account that I was actually logged in with. So I can see on my account here a full detail of it. So I can see my account balance, available credit, overdue payments, annual subscription, lifetime subscription, and the monthly run rate as well as when the next invoice date is. And I can even jump into kind of a detail if I want to actually go into any invoice right from this screen. I can do that here as well, but I get a full accounting of that account, and I can send that on to the customer if I want as well. So on this overview page here, I can easily set the credit limit for that customer, so I can change that at any time to either unlimited, or I can give the zero credit limit. As I said, then they'd have to prepay in advance to be able to use the solution. You can also set the billing date for the customer, and whether you want to do prorated billing or bill everything as the things come in, or if you want to hold everything and bill like on the first day of the month, you can do that as well. One keynote with the Microsoft Cloud services is that even if your billing date is like the 15th of September for Microsoft, your billing date for your customers does not have to be stuck to the 15th of December. It can be if you want, but our system will handle the proration and management of that so that they can be billed on the 1st if that's what you prefer. Again, in this account view, I can have sort of all my little shortcuts here of adding payments, adding users. I can view any contacts on the account, any open activities, the price list I have assigned, the orders that have been placed, invoices, support cases, all of my subscriptions there, and my notification plans. So as you scroll down, you can kind of get into bigger detail and depth for that. So I can see all of my subscriptions there as well as all of my customers and the open cases, price lists, etc. Let me actually go into one of the subscriptions here. So I can go into my Exchange subscription, and you can do many of the same, actually all of the same tasks that you can do from the storefront can be done on the backside too. So if a customer calls you and you need to change something, you can actually say, hey, I want to change the quantity of the users that they're going to have. They want to go to 5. And I can go ahead and save that, choose the effective date. I'm going to go ahead and say it's today the 1st. And it's now going to go out and provision that with Microsoft, and then it will also generate the invoice. If they're a credit card billed customer, it would bill it to the card on file. In this view, I also have the ability to do those add-ons, downgrade, upgrade, suspend, those types of things here if I want to manually do those as well. So I could say, hey, I want to go ahead and add an add-on. I can choose the date and add that right there on the fly as well. In the system, you also have the ability to do very easy quotes or orders for customers too. So if you have somebody that does call on the phone and wants to get pricing on something, you can very easily say, let's create a new order for you. We'll go ahead and say test and submit it. And I can go ahead here and choose some products to put into that. So I'm going to say, hey, I want to do 6 of those. And let's go ahead and add that to the order. And then I want to add maybe a couple different other things, maybe the Enterprise Mobility Suite. Let's do 3 of those. And it's going to go ahead and calculate that for me in real time. I can apply discounts if I want, and I can even do write-in products of custom solutions, like set up for your one-time off services and put those into the order as well. And that can be saved, emailed out to the customer, or executed at that point or at another point. And you can even execute just partial orders or the entire order as well. So it makes it very easy for quoting and creating those subscriptions from the backside as well. If somebody calls on the phone or you've been emailing with somebody, if they don't want to go to that storefront order, you can create them right here from the back end as well. And then let me actually go into the products here for you just to kind of show you how easy the setup of those products are. So I'm going to go to the actual product group because this is part of a group of products. So again, when you see those plans, that means there's a couple different options. So I can see the different plans here for that product group. And then I can see my storefront settings here as well. Again, this is all going to be just an easy WYSIWYG editor. So for your own products or creating new products, you can see how easy it is to manage. You can just choose your logo, change the storefront text, go ahead and just copy and paste or put any text into here. For the Microsoft Cloud products and the solutions that come pre-populated, we do give you all of this content, but you're welcome to go ahead and edit that if you want or add something to it. And then you can also choose for products whether you want to include it in the catalog, whether you want to make it available for customers only if they have it on a particular price list, or you can make it just a tell me more product where they would not see pricing but they can contact you for more information, or even something that's not available for ordering. So they can see it and they can try it if you have a trial enabled, but they would not be able to actually purchase that product. So if you want to have just a demo environment of something so that somebody can try it, you can do that as well. So it's extremely flexible in how you want to do that. And this sort of brings up the question of price lists as well. So with a price list, you're able to set special pricing for products for a customer, as well as choose which products they can see when they log into the storefront. So if I go to price list here, I can go ahead and see my price list. Oh, this one doesn't have any. Let me go back to my Euro one. That looks like this is the one that I was using earlier today. We go into here. So I can see all of my different products that are available on that price list. I can search them if I need to add new things, but I can see the discount that's been given. So if I assign this price list to a customer, when they log into the storefront, they will only see these items and they will see them at the specific price that is listed for them. So you can do whatever special pricing you want as you assign a product to the price list. Basically, it gives you the ability to choose how you want to do the pricing on there. So you can say, hey, I want to do a certain amount. I want to do percent of price, percent of markup, or percent of margin. It makes it very easy to quickly add in bulk products and choose your pricing rule. So if you do have somebody you want to give some volume discounting to, you can do that and have them log into the storefront and see that special pricing. The last part I'm going to quickly go into today, just because it is, I know we're running a little long here, I want to have time for some questions, is that I'm going to go into the business intelligence. But there is, of course, so much more to go into from the sort of the CRM perspective and the ability to do things like emailing out of the system and ticketing and all of that. But today, the last piece I'm going to really focus on is going to be that business intelligence. So I can go to my reporting and see different reports. These are all extremely customizable as well, so I can create my own reports or I can use some of the pre-populated reports and can even do things like change my report criteria on the fly. So I could say instead of this quarter, I could say maybe this year, and go back and it's going to go ahead and generate that updated report for me. And then I'm able to do things like look at dashboards as well. So I can go to my different dashboards here and I can see I have a subscriptions and a billing dashboard. So on my subscription dashboard, I can see kind of all the different things that I'm pulling together from those different reports I've created. So I can see my new subscriptions per service, my monthly run rate, my income projected annually, and I can see the level of subscriptions and dive into that. These dashboards are very customizable, so you can even link in other web pages. So if you have like a monitoring software you wanted to put into part of a portal here, a dashboard, you can do that as well as any other reports and graphs you wanted to put into your dashboard. You can have that available here with that business intelligence. So it really gives you that kind of high-level view of your business as well as the ability to drill down so you get the full 360-degree view of every account and the full business. So with that, I am going to wrap up for today. I know there is a lot more there, so if you want to get a full one-on-one demo and get through the in-depth tour, I'd be happy to schedule that for you. I'm going to put my email back up here again so you can check that out. So again, you can just go to Interworks.cloud, do contact us, and we can schedule a time to walk through and answer any questions that you have, as well as provide any pricing information or anything like that. With that, if you have any questions, go ahead and put those questions into that question panel here, and I will answer those as they come in. All right, looks like a couple are coming in here now. So this question is on bundling, and can we bundle solutions like with Microsoft Office 365? Yes, you can bundle solutions, and I'll actually show you here as well in the platform. If I go into a product You can actually go into any product, for example, and let me go into, actually, let me go back to my test product here. That's probably going to make it a little easier. So if I go to my test product here, I can set required products as well. So I can choose any product that's required. So then in the storefront, basically, if I go to that test product, I'm going to see the price for that plus the Azure Active Directory. And they can be billed completely on 2 different plans. So one can be prorated, one can be pay everything in advance for the whole month. That's really up to you as to how you want to set that up. But so you can have a service plan basically bundled with your Microsoft Office as a required product, so they check out together in that special bundle. And then you can have, of course, the bundled text and solution as well. And then it looks like the other question is about integrations. So are you able to integrate in like ConnectWise or ERP solutions? Yes, we are. We do have full open APIs and fully detailed in our knowledge base as well, in depth about those APIs. To be able to plug in whichever solutions you want. And then we also are finalizing our setup with a company called Cloud Elements that basically is a plug-in platform. So we'll be plugged into Cloud Elements. So everything they integrate with, which is like Zendesk, ConnectWise, SAP is going to be one of them, some of the Sage solutions, QuickBooks, all of those. So once we've finish that, it makes it very easy for you to be able to plug in whichever solution that you need and have that extended integration available. And it looks like I think we've got all the questions answered for today. But if you guys think of any others, do feel free to email or reach out. I'd be happy to assist you with that. And with that, I will sign off and wish you all a great rest of your day. And if you need the recording, again, just feel free to reach out. I'll be happy to send that to you for as well.